Welcome to I'm Not a Doctor, where I go over injuries in the NFL. And though I may look sharp, like a doctor, I can assure you I am not a doctor! Let's get it started. But what we're talking about is very serious, so like a doctor, time to focus up. Unfortunately, I have to deliver some very sad news. Starting off with Breece Hall. Unfortunately, the MRI has shown that Breece Hall has a torn ACL. This is awful news. This also means he will be out for the remainder of the fantasy football season. He was just starting to break out too. Hate to see it. I wish you a speedy recovery, Breece Hall. For actual medical advice, make sure you see your doctor, because I'm not a doctor! Moving on to the next patient. Mike Williams was tackled very awkwardly, and the mechanism looked like he had actually broken his ankle or torn something. And just to be clear, I have no medical experience, so I have no idea whether or not that was the case. So I waited for the real doctors to come out and let me know what was actually happening. But I'm here now to report to you what the real doctors have told to me. And that is, it's only a high ankle sprain, which is fantastic considering it could have been way worse. I don't know if you saw the tackle. It was scary looking. I was desperately worried that he was going to have torn up his leg, but a high ankle sprain, he will miss some time, but I'm not quite sure how long that's going to be. When I know, I'll let you know. Next up, Amon-Ra St. Brown. He was taken out of the game on Sunday for what looked like at the time what could have been considered a concussion. But after the real doctors went in and evaluated him, they came to the conclusion that though he does not have a concussion, he was removed as a precaution under the new concussion protocol. They're trying to keep these players safe, and even though he did not have a concussion, he did show signs of poor muscle control. That led to them removing him from the game. Next up, DK Metcalf was carted off the field with what looked like a knee injury. Turns out, after the real doctors evaluated him, they gave him the diagnosis of a patella tendon injury. Luckily, this will not require surgery. I was very pleased to find out that it wasn't anything torn, and he should be able to recover. It looks like no surgery, but he's probably gonna need to rest. That being said, I don't really know how long that will take. Pete Carroll says that DK Metcalf hopes that he practices on Wednesday, and though I am not a doctor, I find that slightly surprising. But DK Metcalf is a big, strong man, and we shall see when the practice report comes out. Next up, Deebo Samuel is considered day-to-day with a hamstring injury. I'm not too concerned, but this is something that needs to be monitored by the real doctors, and then they'll tell me, and then I'll tell you. Got it? Next up, Mike Boone has been placed on IR with an ankle injury. And last but not least, we have David Njoku. Adam Schefter is reporting he will be sidelined between 2 and 5 weeks with a high ankle sprain, but it will not require surgery. That is fantastic news. Well, get well soon, David. And that's gonna do it for one of my personal favorite segments, I'm Not a Doctor! So let me know if you have any questions. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell down below. And don't forget, I'm not a doctor!